Good morning, everybody. Excuse me. Good morning, yes. So, for folks that don't know what happened, you're watching Encounters, the morning edition, and we'll get into what happened last night. First time it ever happened for this show ever since I've been on TikTok, since 2023. So we're going to let people know what's happening. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Marinette. Thank you, everybody. Linda, Wendy, Kalito, all the people, all the regular viewers, all the new viewers that are finding out about our show. So last night, we were telling you the truth. Because good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We were telling you the truth. My friend April in Vermont happened to be in, and we had her on the show. We were giving you new information, and we were sharing information about Antarctica, and we talked about Jesus, her journey to, when she was on the ship, that she went and saw Jesus, and he was wearing, like, he looked kind of like hippie-ish. And then at some point, my live got taken down by TikTok. So as soon as it got taken down, I simply, it gave the ability, it tells you have the ability to appeal. I appealed what they did right away. And I appealed it because I knew I was right. And I appealed it because I knew if I was being targeted by the government, or somebody who didn't like what I was doing. I've never done anything wrong on TikTok except tell the truth. So I'm not sure why it happened or what the reasoning was or why it happened, but it happened. And the last thing you want to do is try to ban encounters, and especially try to ban me, because I'm a fighter, you know. I am a fighter. When it comes down to it, try to ban me, I'm going to push back. Because what I'm doing is sharing information. I've interviewed multiple people here who have had encounters of different kinds, either negative or positive. So someone probably did report me. And, you know, shame on them, whoever they are. But TikTok reviewed the report as soon as I did it. And if they were to have watched the video of my program last night, there's nothing that was said that was a cause for banning somebody like me. I didn't curse. I wasn't running around naked on the screen. I wasn't doing things that are obscene gestures. Nothing. And I'm sure the intelligent people that were human beings who looked at the video footage would have seen, which they did, that we were doing what we normally do on our show every night. So I, said I'm not sitting here. I originally was being banned until August 13th. I said that's not happening. I said I'm going to fight this thing and appeal it. And I had hundreds of people that I thank, people that found out about this, that messaged TikTok and let them know that this was wrong. So I thank you. You know, probably, reptilian, somebody probably was jealous of me. You know, I could speculate. You know, I'm not one to go into conspiracy theories. Now, I know for sure that the government knows about our show. I mean, I know that. I've known that since it became viral. You know, I know that to be the case. You know, and there's no UFO show anywhere, to be honest, that does the amounts of interviews with people that have had contact and abductions than this show here. We've had, on both sides of the spectrum. And we equally gave those people a chance to share their stories. It could have been a religious person, but if it was a religious person, they need, who knows? All I know is that we're back, and I'm more resilient in terms of what I'm doing. I'm more determined now than if that happened. That was the wrong thing for somebody to do. Now I know even more so that what I'm doing is correct. Now I know even more so that the message I bring on this show, the things we do on this show, are a threat to the established way of things, to the established belief system of things, to the established lies that have been perpetuated on humanity. I know what I'm doing is correct, And now I'm going to do it even more. St. Austerberry, good to see you, brother. And I could have been religious, but we've talked about Jesus before being from outer space, and I never got banned for that. So who knows? Hey, Pearl, good morning. So I felt it important to come on this morning. I wanted to do a morning show for a little bit, for about an hour. Tonight I'll be on at 11, And April and I were getting into some information for everybody, and then I got knocked out, And I peeled it right away. I mean, as soon as I got the thing, it tells me, warning, this or that's going to happen to me, and that's an algorithm from TikTok. So I appealed it. And thank God some human being or human beings must have reviewed what the live was and found out that this was ridiculous, You can't just ban somebody for being on live and saying things that are what they are, Good morning, Mafa. Good morning, Mario. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was definitely, Irene, frustrating. At first I was like, what's going on here? And then when I saw I was going to be not able to go live until the 13th, I said, no, that's not happening. Then my irate got up. Then the commander started saying, I said to myself, okay, I am going to be intelligent and appeal this thing instead of jumping up and down and getting angry. That's not going to do me any good. So I sat for a minute and meditated and said, I have to appeal this, But I want to thank the hundreds of people last night. Johnny, good to see you. I went to April's live, and I thought I can only do comments. Then I find myself trying to go live with her, and I was able to go live with her. So that's weird. How could I go live as a guest if I'm banned? But they must have reviewed this thing pretty quick and found out there was nothing that I did wrong, We live in a world, and I'm going to say this, we have a situation here where we're getting very close to contact. Okay? We're getting extremely close to the day of contact. Now, the day is not tomorrow morning, but we are getting close. We've educated people about what's going to happen. We've tried to have people understand it takes time for these things to occur. So I always will tell people, relax. Go about your lives. Go to the beach. Go to the mountains. Do the things you want to do as you do every day. With in the back of your mind, knowing that someday, soon, on this planet, we're going to have contact. And that's going to change the course of history on Earth. And it really is going to be a beautiful thing. And we've talked about, last night we were talking about how the government has given carte blanche to the negative ETs to do what they want. They have. I won my appeal. Hey, Chesno, good to see you, brother. Yeah, I appealed it last night, and I won my appeal. And I want to thank everybody who messaged TikTok in support of the show. I want to thank you all. You know who you are. So I'm going to get into contact. I'm going to get into contact. Give me a second here. I'm going to get into this contact for a minute. Let me go into a different thing here. Let's see. All right. Let me try to bring the camera up a little bit here. Okay, you can see me here, good. So we're going to get into this just a little bit here. Can I bring this up? For years, people have speculated about when the day would come for contact. They've speculated over a large period of time. Let me bring my camera over to a different area here. And in that speculation, we have found it to be true. Let me bring this up here a little bit. I'm just suggesting something here. To be true. Let me see if we can bring it up just a little bit more. Oh. Okay, here we go. All right, so we found it to be true that these things are going to happen. So now, in 2024, we're at a pivotal moment in our history, right? I'm just trying to adjust the lighting here a little bit. We're in a time of history, hey Gary, where things are going to start happening. There we are. Now, the government and the negative ETs that they let in here to the planet, they gave them safe haven, and we talked about a little bit last night when I was able to go as a guest on April's Live. We talked about what they're doing. They'll hide their ships. They've spread them out in different areas of the planet. They're not, the negative ETs aren't a big force, but there's enough of them that they cannot outnumber the Ashtar Command or the fleets of light that are coming here, or that are here. But they're smart enough and they're sneaky enough to try to do things with our government's help to disrupt the possibilities of contact. Okay? All right? And one of the things I will say here, that when people document things, that's important. When people say, well, there aren't any things such as extraterrestrial intelligence or people coming to Earth, the people that believe that, I got to tell you, and I'll say it, you're stuck in a matrix. You're stuck in a program belief system that you were given growing up in school, in media, And that's the thing, hey Lady Wolf, that's the thing that needs to change. And I will challenge that person who's stuck. I've had people on my show who don't believe any of this stuff. And if you don't, you're coming into a place where I'm going to challenge your belief systems. I'm going to push back on your belief systems. Thank you, Rachel. And it's really important for people to open their consciousness up to a greater understanding of the universe. And that understanding will allow you to proceed to know that the planet Earth is not the sole planet with life on it. Nor, number one, we have multiple life forms on planet Earth. It's not just human life, we have all life forms on Earth. We were never told the truth about that either. When people keep talking about Antarctica and this ice wall, there's no ice wall. But there is a significant amount of things going on in Antarctica that have to do with a multitude of levels, many layers, okay? And for that person, car ideas, I would challenge a person like that, which I would definitely do if they're here. I will challenge them. I've had many sightings since I was in the 60s. I've documented many things. You can have an opinion like, I have to see one, but just because you don't see one doesn't mean that people do not have experiences or do not have encounters. Because you haven't had the encounter, you have to open your consciousness up especially on this show. If you're going to be here watching this show, I will bust your matrix if you believe that nothing exists unless you see it. You know? I'm not doing that right now because I'm basically, after last night, having problems and getting banned. I'm really on a focus right now. You know, I'll certainly talk to you at some point, but I'll tell you this in conversation. Whatever your belief systems are growing up as an adult about the subject of ufology, about the subject of extraterrestrial intelligence, that all of these things do exist. All of these things exist. If you believe in God, and let's say you think God created just the planet, I'm not saying you do, but if you believe, anyone out there believes that God just created Earth as the sole planet in the multiverse that has intelligent or any sort of intelligent life, and we're the only planet that has trees, bees, we have mammals, we have, you know, whales, we have dolphins. If that is the belief system, and if that's someone's, and there are people on this planet that believe that this is the planet that was chosen to have life on it, that every other planet in the solar system, every other solar system, every other galaxy has nothing on it. There's nothing existing. God created this planet solely for having life. You know? And if you believe that, you can believe whatever you want, but that doesn't mean it's true. The fact of the matter is, within the inner Earth, which does exist, and I've stated this clearly before, the Agartha Network, the subterranean cities of the Agartha Network, there are advanced civilizations living within Earth. Earth is not a solid rock. There's another vibrational pattern within the Earth. Now people say, how could there be a sun in the Earth? You see, that would be limited thinking if you believe that there's nothing like that happening. Because we don't understand why there could be an inner Earth civilization, because we're never taught that. You know, if you look at things in a wider perspective, Atlantis, Lemuria, the land of Mu, and all these other civilizations, if you look at things in a wider perspective, Atlantis, Lemuria, the land of Mu, and all these other civilizations, if you look at things in a wider perspective, Atlantis, Lemuria, the land of Mu, and all these other civilizations, I'm going to step it up high. Because there's no time for lies. There's no time for misinformation. There's no time for keeping the public unaware of the existence of space people. Because the space people are there. Our star family is there. They're everywhere. We just have to open our eyes. We have to open our eyes, you know? You know, and it's really important that people take time to have inner reflection. And by inner reflection, I mean take time to get away from all the garbage on earth and focus on your inner elevation of consciousness, right? If you're willing to take that leap, you're going to see a whole different planet, a whole different world, you know? Different world, you know? Oh, I think TikTok is running a little bit. Yeah, it's freezing. Okay. Be here. Give me a minute. Okay, folks. Hopefully you can hear me better. Oh, okay, let's see here. All right, let's try this. Whoops. Okay. Hopefully this is better. Are you guys? Oh, this is better. You can hear me now. You can see me. Yeah, it was the room I was in was no good. So as I was trying to say, we need to be conscious now of everything. One of the things I learned last night when I got knocked out of TikTok and I appealed it, very quickly I understood that I'm telling the truth. I already knew that I was telling people the truth on this show. I knew that. You know, whether it was government infiltrators or, you know, I mean, I can go speculate that it was someone with the government or just some person that just thought it was funny to report my program. It tells me that I am a threat to the establishment because of this show. And it has nothing to do with ego. It has to do with meditation last night afterwards. I meditated before I went to sleep. I said, you know what? There must be someone or someones that don't like the truth, don't like what we're doing here. Because last night we were telling people some really important information. We were telling people some really important information about what the government's doing with these ETs that they let in. When the CERN technology was used during the eclipse, they allowed for these portals that opened up. April and I were talking about it. The portals have been closed up by the command. But in that period, they let these negative ETs come in that they want to give full carte blanche activity to do what they want here. So they think by having these negative ETs they brought in that they're going to stop contact on this planet. I got news for the government. They're not going to stop it. The things they did in the oceans, which we talked about, what they did in the oceans that are now being replenished by the command, they're healing the earth, so to speak. You know, the things that were done in the last 2 weeks by the negative ETs with their technology that were definitely, they were caught doing it, and the Astro Command went after them, and they're stopping them. They're going to go big time after every negative ET base on the planet that has been put together. The government wants to do everything in its power to stop you, to stop me, to stop our planet from having contact with the space people. That's what it comes down to. Let's just be honest. That's what it comes down to. And I thought about things last night, and I thought about how am I going to present myself coming back on live? Do I have to be careful of what I say, the information I share, or am I just going to go out there and do what I do? And I decided, because I am not wrong, especially after winning my appeal and they saw my video footage, I'm sure, I did nothing wrong, I'm going to tell people the truth. I'm not afraid. Why should I even be afraid if I'm speaking the truth, right? Why should I be afraid? The people that should be afraid of the truth are the people that don't want the truth to be told. The people in the government working with the negative ETs, they're afraid. They're afraid. I'm sure they've tried monitoring this show since day one. You know, since day one. But in the end, we are going to win. And we are. Because we speak that essence of truth. Because all of you know what the truth is. And that's why when we do this show, it's become so popular, which they're afraid of. You know, they love it if there was only 2 people watching the show. They wouldn't care. Popular, which they're afraid of. You know, they love it if there was only 2 people watching the show. They wouldn't care. Yeah, that's exactly right, Alicia. I'm certainly going to do that. You know, I think a lesson was learned by those that tried to stop me last night. That they're not going to stop me because I did nothing wrong. You know, if I had been... I'm not even going to say it. Thank you, Mercury Man. You know, we're going to continue to interview people and have people come out of the closet sharing their experiences, whether it be abductions or contact. We're going to talk about those things. We're not going to hide behind a curtain somewhere. You know, we're not. But I can tell you, I feel, thank you, Mercury Man, I feel more committed to all of you than ever before. Oh, thank you, Mimi. You know, somehow I thought this day was going to happen at some point in my time on TikTok. I said I've been on here since 2023. I've been either pretty lucky or something. But, but because I come from a place of love, excuse me, because I come from, not thank you, Nicole, a place of love, I understand the importance of the mission. The Astro Command watches all my shows on their monitoring screens. I'm a little bit hoarse here. Excuse me. They watch the show on the monitoring screens. Thank you. I'm just, as I'm speaking, I'm just going through my thoughts here with all of you here. And thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Kabash. Thank you, Summer. So, some good things are happening beyond my, telling you the truth and speaking about truth. We're going to a crystal show. So that's a little bit different than what I normally talk about, but we're going to a big crystal show up in Massachusetts. Thank you, Truth Over Fear. Appreciate it. And we're going to get crystals. So we're doing that over the weekend. It's called the East Coast CmdrAleon Show. A little bit on a lighthearted part of things. We look forward to that each year. It's the biggest crystal show on the East Coast. And that's where I get all my ET crystals. So we're going to be doing that this weekend. Yay, Folklore Paranormal. Good to see you. Oh, yeah. You should, all around the world there are places that have crystal shows. So I can't wait. We're going Saturday and we're going to spend some time at the crystal show. And there are like hundreds of dealers, at least 200 dealers. And it's a lot of dealers. So it's crystal crazy. Sexy says, maybe you can all have a picnic with ET. That would be kind of nice, But I just keep thinking about last night a little bit, Because thank you, Mish. Because of what happened last night, I am so committed to making sure that the Matrix is busted. I'm really committed to that. Thank you, Barbara. And now tonight we'll be on at 11 o'clock to do our show. Wow, that's a lot of money to donate. You're welcome to do that. I do have an app. If people want to do that support, I just want people to know, if you make a donation like that, I need people to know that it's unconditional, that there's nothing expected of me. You're doing just because you're doing it, And I'm happy if you're willing to do that. That's fine. I don't want you to take money out of your own life that you need for yourself. Excuse me. But I do have a Venmo link on my main page, and if you want to do it that way, that's fine too. Usually I have a lot of things to say, but I'm caught up still. I'm caught up in some emotions regarding last night. You know, I guess it's starting to hit home a little bit more what happened. And yeah, I got some sleep last night, you know. I did. What they are trying to do to our planet, the people that are controlling our governments, they're trying to destroy our world. Did I just say that? The people that have all the power, all the money, I'm going to say it, and it's the truth. In truth, these people think they're shielded from what they're doing to us. You know, when they poison the air, when they shoot the nuclear missiles in the ocean, when they use laser technologies from negative ETs to try to destroy life forms and people, they think they're protected. You know, they have their caviar or whatever they have, and they feel they're protected, that they're immune from what they're doing to everyone else. But they don't understand something. What they don't understand is they're living on the same planet we live on. You know, they do. Jennifer, there was no real reason. They said I was going against guidelines or something, and I was given a warning, and then I appealed it right away because I did nothing wrong. Excuse me. You know, so these people that are trying to destroy any evidence of life in our oceans or civilizations in our oceans, that's what they're trying to do. Let's get into that, right? They want to destroy all the intelligent life that's in our depths of our oceans. There are space cities in the depths of our oceans of enlightened space people that live in our oceans. Did you know that? I'll tell it to you on the show here. They do exist. You see, the mer people, the mermaids, or the mer people civilization, they are highly spiritual, loving people. They exist. They went after the space people in the oceans, and they went after the mer people. Well, they didn't care who they went after. As long as the government people with the money and operations got to try to destroy the surface of parts of the ocean and vegetation and life, that's what they wanted to do. Yeah. They don't realize when they destroy things like that, they're destroying the planet that we live on. They don't care. Their families or their cousins probably don't even know that these people are doing what they're doing. They probably live two different lives. When they visit their cousins, they don't talk about it. And they do this stuff. And sometimes you wonder, how could they live with themselves? Well, they don't care. You know, they don't care about you. You know? They do what they do. But now, they're being stopped. The Ashtar Command is going after them. Okay? I am with the Ashtar Command. I've been with the Ashtar Command before he came to Earth. Like everybody else, I'm having this experience of being on Earth, living my life, having the human experience in all that it is, good, better, and different, but I'm having the experience. You know, we came here to learn of what we didn't want to be. We came here to remember what it was that we don't want to be, and also to remember what we are. Remember what we don't want to be, and remember who we are. And who are we? We're way more than just human beings. We're really beautiful people of light. And in some cases, we forgot that. And as we awaken, many of you are awake. Many of you are expanding your consciousness just by watching this show. And not only in your own lives, I'm sure many of you are doing meditations and are doing the things that you need to do to be that person, right? It's not about any one person, it's about every person, you see. I can say this, there's going to be a time soon, I was going into it a little bit, I don't know the night or the day or the time, but all I know is that we're going to be, all five of us, Chesno, myself, Kit Kat, Johnny, who's on here, with April, we're going to all together be doing something together, and that will be coming soon. I don't know what soon is, but I've been feeling it the last couple of days. I've been feeling different. I've been feeling like I have to get ready to go on the ship, and I've been having self-reflections, inner conversations with myself in meditation, and I'm just knowing that something's happening soon that will, when we come together, the five of us, there's going to be some beautiful things that we're going to be learning, and how we're going to be helping the people of planet Earth. You know, this is something in my life I've never experienced in the physical living realm of Earth. For me, this is going to be something that is going to be extraordinary. You know, I feel my life has already changed knowing all this, you know. And going on a ship to off planet physically with the Astro Command and seeing my family, you know, and getting to see things I've never seen before, and what we're going to bring back to the table here is going to be a life-changing experience, not just for me, but for the whole planet. Power of kindness. I try to make every person I see feel a little better, happier every day. Beautiful, you know. So that's on my mind too, you see. I've been really feeling it. I've been feeling like I'm going to be going off planet soon. But they have to prepare us for it. They want to make sure that we can, they want to make sure that we are, you know, that it's a big step to go from being on Earth into a spaceship. It's a big deal, you know. So they want to make sure that we are mentally okay. They're doing everything the right way. So when we do go on the ship and we do go into the spacesuit, that we're going to be fine, you know. That's right, it's Papa Smurf's birthday, and we wish Papa Smurf a happy birthday. He's a good soul, you know. He really is. But we have to get prepared now, see. We have to get prepared. And Johnny, he knows. Kit Kat and Chesno, we all know. And when we're on the ship, there's a monitoring station where they can monitor us from the spaceship. They do. So they monitor this show right now. They're watching it right on the spaceship. And for some people that say, how is that possible? You have to let go of your belief systems. Because it is true. They watch every show I do. They watch every show, they watch every live that April does. They monitor everything. Because they care about us, number one, and they love the show. They love what we're doing here, you know? Hey, Coastal Cosmonaut, good to see you. Thank you. I think it's Let something. Thank you. Scotty P, welcome to our program. This is not going to be the longest show. We'll be on till about 10 o'clock. I'll do the main show tonight. We're going to be a 2-hour show tonight. Our nighttime show is our big show. From the ship, we won't be able to communicate with you. There's no way to do that, unfortunately. But we will be able to, when we come back off the ship, we'll be able to provide you information. Thank you, Gary. We'll be able to, they'll tell us what we can tell you, so that, they'll tell us the things that we can relay to the people on the planet. I can also tell you before the big contact happens, thank you, Taz, that I'll be going on the ship and I'll be actually put into a control center where we will be broadcasting to the whole planet. I don't know how that works. I'm technically savvy with Earth-based radio stations and TV cable stations, because I've been on those stations before broadcasting. But being on a spaceship broadcasting to the planet, I've never done that before. So we're looking at Southern Girl about 1.5 years. Even with all the garbage the government's doing with the negative ETs right now, we're looking at about 1.5 years. The timeline could change, but that's what we're looking at right now. The thing with the world broadcast, which is another thing for people to understand, is that when we go onto the ship to do the world broadcast, there will be four selected Ashtar people that will be behind me, and then I'll be sitting at a control panel on the ship. I don't know what it looks like, but evidently it's comfortable. I'll be sitting on the ship in front of this control broadcasting system, and at that point, when that happens, we will let's see. Taz says, I'm planning on making interdimensional connection, and I'm traveling to a chakra ley line in August on 8th. Very good, Taz. Good, brother. Also good to see you. So when we go on the ship for this other specific thing, we're going to, the way I understand it, we're going to be able to override every international broadcast station on the planet. Now, for some people, they say, how is that possible? It's possible. Hey, Andy, good to see you. It's possible. And what's going to happen is they're going to take every TV station, whether it be NBC News or ABC or BBC, it doesn't matter where it is, Russia, every major transmission station or transmitter that has a big broadcasting facility will be broadcasting all over every network in the world. Every network. The command chose me because of who I am. It chose me for a lot of reasons, but the number of reasons were because of who I am, what I do, and how I do it. And because I came from the Ashtar Command before coming to Earth in intergalactic communications, which is different than it is here with Earth-based technology, I was already involved in intergalactic, interplanetary communications before coming to Earth. Okay. Hey, Rita, good to see you. Taz, thank you for the gifts. And I want people who are doing lives to start talking about contact. Let people know there will be contact soon. It's okay to do that. And understand the timeline can change. It went from 2027, 28 to 2025, 2026. And it can change again. And probably will. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Ms. Carrie, I think it is. Hey, thank you. We're glad to have you here with us. And I can't tell you how much I love all of you. Especially after last night. Is who coming, Glowbird, to dig for minerals? The negative ETs? I'm looking at the comments here. Yes, hey, Jody K. I think we had a couple hundred people on last night when I was taken down. I think it was over, I don't even remember. I'm pretty sure it was over 200 at that point. And And when it first happened, I was kind of like, what the heck's going on here, you know? But we are back. We are stronger than we were before we were, after we were taken off. I had plenty of time to sleep and meditate, and I was able to go on April's live, which was, I thought I was going to be able to go anywhere, because I thought, okay, I'll watch her live. I have the ability to watch something, and they must have made a decision pretty quick. Yeah, last night's show, I'm probably going to put it on YouTube just because you need to see what happened. So I'm going to put it on the YouTube today, and you'll see what happened to my show last night. Because I put it this way, I was temporarily banned for doing absolutely nothing wrong. Hey, sweet peas. Good to see you. Our love conquers everything, really, in truth. Thank you, Johnny. Our love conquers everything, and love is truth, and truth is love. Our space people, the star people, their truth is love. The reason that we're reconnecting is because of love, that we're connected to each other. And once this planet is ridden of the negative ETs, and I guarantee you, all these powerful people that have been trying to stop contact, however it works on an interplanetary level, these people are going to be arrested. These people are going to be arrested and taken off planet. They're not going to be able to be on the same Earth. They're going to be dealt with in a way that they're going to have to face their karma for a long time. Because the karma that they created is the worst karma. Destruction of life forms on Earth, trying to stop a beautiful situation of contact between the star people and the people of this planet. They created a lot of karma for themselves. Yeah, they might have their caviar and their big castles and their big yachts and live a double life, but they don't realize how much they are going to have to pay for what they did or what they've tried to do. Well, it's almost near 10. Yes, Nishki, that's absolutely correct. Yes, Freedom, we're back. You can't keep a good commander down. They should have known this. The people who reported me, they should have known that this is not going to happen. When you report somebody like me from the Ashtar Command, who's a talk show host for 21 years, and you think that's going to work, I'm well protected. As I said before, I'm well protected. Even when you take me down, I'm going to still stand up. You can never have me down at all. I'm going to stand right back up. And right on my live broadcast, I'll be in the face of every living human being on this planet. Oh boy, am I amped up now. I wish I had more time. I'm starting to get amped up now. I was doing self-reflection here as I'm talking to you, but I'm realizing we're going to kick some butt. Are you ready to kick some butt on this planet? I am. Are you ready to get rid of the negative ETs? I am. Are you ready to have those people that are working with the negative ETs be arrested? I am. And we're going to do it. So to the government people out there that might be monitoring my show, you lost. You didn't win anything. Your infiltrators won't do anything. They can't stop this. They can't stop this show. They can't stop the truth. They can't stop my radio program on NPR radio. I've been doing it for 21 years. You cannot stop the truth. Now I'm in a fighting mode here. Now I'm ready to kick some cosmic butt. So if you come here as a government agent, be aware of what you do. Watch what you do. You might want to rethink that big paycheck you're getting from the government to do this stuff. you might want to get another job. You might want to get another job right away, because we are winning. We will win, and nothing and no government agency is going to stop contact. No government agency. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate the gifts, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you, Barbara. No, I am now I'm amped up. I spent most of the morning reflecting and sharing with you my feelings, but I am ready to go. You know? Yeah, I'm going to post it to YouTube. Hey, 27, I'm going to definitely do that. Tar! You know, I do have a sense of humor, but when the government starts playing games or infiltrating on TikTok people like me, you're going after the wrong people. Because I work with the Ashtar Command. I come from the stars. I know who I am. I'm very confident in myself. I'm not like one of these people who's like wishy-washy here. You won't ever see that with me. To me, everything is black and white. There's no in between. You are or you aren't. That's right. We need to save life, Midnight. You're absolutely correct. You know, you can do some gifting to me. That'd be great. You go to my Venmo account. If you go to my main page right now, I have a Venmo link. If you go there, you can make a donation of any, and I'm not going to tell you what to donate. That's up to you. You do what you feel you can do. And that donation will be a blessing to have, you know, to show your support. You can do TikTok gifts if you like to do that. Whatever you feel, you know, I'm all about whatever you feel is the way you want to do it, okay? So, thank you. And as much as you need me, I wouldn't be here if it was not for you. See, I acknowledge the fact that I can be talking to myself right now, and where would that get me? But I acknowledge all of you. Even if I don't mention your name, don't feel like I'm ignoring you. I know you're there. I acknowledge every single human being here, because you're just as important as I am. You see, there's no ego in me. You're all part of this. And without each other, this planet doesn't change. Thank you. Thank you, Jennifer. Well, you do too. You know, so we're at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be on tonight at 11. Please make some last-minute donations. It's now 10, so we'll do some last-minute gifting to the show. Please show that. Go to my Venmo app. There's a link there, and your gifting would be most appreciative. I would appreciate it, you know, so, yeah. Thank you. That is a beautiful gift, too. And you can gift any way you want. You can gift the words of love. If you are willing, if you have the ability to do the TikTok gifting, not everybody does, that's fine, too. I always tell people, whether you have money or not, I want you to be here because it's all about sharing, right? For those that have been blessed and gifted with abundance, please definitely do the TikTok gifting, or you can do my Venmo app, sure. Let me see if I have it here. I can share it with you. Let's see here. I will try to share it with you here. Let's see. I'm able to do that. Maybe not. Oh yeah, I can. My Venmo app is this. I'm gonna put it in here so you can see it. Okay, where is it here? Did I just pin it? So I just pinned my Venmo app. You see it right there. If you go to that link, you can make a donation on my link on my Venmo app. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Jody K. I appreciate that. Oh, it's not pinned? I thought it was pinned. Wait, let me go back here. What's going on here? It says I pinned it. Pin comment. Alright, now it's pinned, I think. Okay, it's pinned right now. I got it pinned. So go to that app. That's my Venmo app that I've talked about once in a while. I sometimes forget to message. I have a Cash App here. So people, please use who can do it. If you're blessed with the ability to do it, please, I appreciate your donations to my Venmo. I'm going to start using that more and more. I have had it for a long time, but I will use it more and more. So I appreciate that. Oh, it's not? Okay, why is it not pinned? Let me go backwards here. Okay, it says I'm pinning. I'm going to try it again. Let's see here. It seems not to be holding the pin for some reason. I don't know why. If someone wants to screenshot it and, that'd be great. Or Johnny, if you're there, you can go to that and just pin it. One of my moderators just pin it. So Johnny, I'm going to post this again, and let's see if we can have it pinned. Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, let's see here. Okay, where was the A? How'd that get in there? Okay, now maybe it'll work. Let's see here. Whoops. I just posted it. Johnny, if you can try to pin that, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll put it in my bio. As a matter of fact, I'll do that tonight when I'm live. Why is it not pinning? All right, I saw a link on your bio. Yeah, on my bio, just go to my bio. There's a link there. If everyone goes to my bio, you'll see the link for that. And this will be on my YouTube channel later. So I'm going to get out of here. It's about 6 minutes after 10. But definitely, you'll see the link on my bio page. It'll be right there. And you just press the link and it'll take you right there to the Venmo. All right, everybody. Peace, love, and light. I want to thank you all for being here this morning. I've been all over the place a little bit, but tonight we're going to be laser focused, and we'll see you this evening on our larger show. Hey, Taz, thank you, brother. And people start talking about contact, start getting people ready, get people prepared to be centered. Everyone needs to be centered, so anything other live people can do, feel blessed to talk about it, and get people in a centered state, because we need to be there. We'll see you tonight, everybody, and we're going to bust the matrix as always. Take care.